Jiri Toman showed a blistering speed on his debut in the World EX Championship at Silverstone. The 24-year-old Czech debutant set a new track record for EX prototypes in qualifying, beating last year's fastest lap by 1.7 seconds. The ACER VERO R8G driver went on to win the esports quarter-final and also the semi-final, defeating last year's British EX Prix winner Lasse Sørensen after a fierce battle. Sørensen tried everything to keep in touch with the super-fast esports racer in the two-lap final, eventually making a rare mistake and crashing his EX0.
It's so hard for the end of the second sector through these right, left.
Jiri Toman also set the fastest lap of the race, collecting the maximum 29 points for the ACER VERO 88 car. R8G team principal Romain Grosjean made a good choice by nominating Toman as the esports driver for the EX Prix of Great Britain.
Very happy to get the win. The qualifying was very tough and very tight with Martin there. I just about managed to get a proper lap in the final run to get the pole. And in the final I expected a tough fight with Lasse, but he made a mistake in the third corner, and then it was pretty easy for me to finish that race and get the overall win.
Grosjean wanted to compete at Silverstone himself, but got a last-minute call to promote the Formula One Grand Prix in Miami. His number 8 Pro car was driven by Gordon Much, who finished 5th overall. The new format of World EX provided a lot of thrilling race action right from the word go. A 20-minute qualifying determines the starting grid for the 2 quarter-finals, one for the pro racing drivers, one for the esports racers. The best 5 drivers from each group proceed to the semi-final before the final 2-lap head-to-head shootout for the best pro racing driver and the best esports racer. All cars reaching at least one final will qualify for the super final at the Nürburgring Nordschleife on December the 13th. Alain Terzic completed the podium with a 3rd place for the Zebras with his BS Plus competition, teammate Philippe Denez finishing 6th. The EX Prix of Great Britain was presented by Williams Esports, but the host team could not make use of its home advantage and endured a difficult race day. The famous team had entered 2 additional art cars for 2 of their real-world Academy drivers with a livery inspired by the 2022 Williams Formula One cars. Unfortunately, both the X-Zeros remained stationary in the pits, as Ollie Gray had a clashing real-world racing commitment and Zach O'Sullivan suffered technical problems. Jack Aitken struggled for pace in both qualifying and the race and was eliminated in the quarter-final. 2021 world champion Martin Stefanko was 2nd behind Jiri Toman in qualifying. He disappeared from the TV screens in his quarter-final due to in-game issues, but still finished 2nd.
No, I don't see anyone.
Yeah, we don't see you as well.
In the semi-final, the Czech lost 2 places, spinning his EX0 in the very last corner. Stefanko had to drive without force feedback due to an arm injury and was happy to score valuable points in P6. Last year's Italian EX Prix winner Luca Kita finished 7th, scoring some valuable points for Biela racing team Euronics, while his teammate Nicholas Hillebrand was not happy with his car and knocked out in the quarter-final. Germany's Devin Brauner scored points on his debut for esports team WRT, while last-minute pro driver nominee Dries Vanthoor crashed out on lap 2 of his quarter-final. Rafael Lobato came home 9th for Absolute Racing. The Chinese teams announced a partnership with the Large Marine Vertebrates Research Institute on race day, a non-profit organization dedicated to the research and conservation of marine megafauna and environment, and thus a perfect fit for #Racing for the Climate. Henry Drury completed the top 10 for Patrick Long Esports. Swiss outfit Nianco Esports was the only team not to score points in the season opener, just 2 days after their team principal, Nico Müller, won the DTM race at Portimao in the real world. Müller could not take part in the World EX season opener because his flight home was cancelled. His pro entry was driven by Swiss touring car youngster Miklas Born. Tom Christensen's nephew, Oscar Christensen, became the youngest ever World EX driver at the age of 15, showing a strong pace and being not shy from fighting with the big boys. World EX will head to Daytona for the EX Prix of the United States, presented by Patrick Long Esports on May the 31st.